So we're going to go into any sensations in the body which you would like to release. Accumulated energy could be stored as a headache, as something going on in the ribs, a pain in the knee or foot or neck or back. And for this, pick one. If you've got a bunch going on, just pick one. And could you bring your awareness to notice that one, what seems to be going on in the body? And could you notice if there's any resistance to that sensation? If there's any wanting to push it away, change it, make it different, just call all that resistance. Even thinking about it is resistance. Trying to explain it, understand it. And could you just welcome the resistance, that feeling of wanting it to change or wanting to understand it? Could you resist the sensation or the pain or the feeling, whatever it seems to be, more? And could you just keep pushing away, keep resisting this feeling? Whatever you're feeling, whatever is being resisted. And could you surrender the resistance? You don't have to. Would you surrender the resistance if you could and allow this energy to be felt, come up to clear, to disappear? And could you check in with that feeling? If there's still resistance, you could resist it more. Or if you've got the feeling coming up, the headache, the bodily sensation, the ribs, the back or shoulder, wherever it is, whatever it is, could you allow it up? Could you go into that sensation, that aching, whatever it's called, wherever it is, could you go in more? And if you're thinking, that's okay. So could you let the thoughts, the pictures of the mind be there, drift by, and focus on that feeling, that energy accumulated in the body? And notice if there's any resisting. If not, could you allow it to come up more? Really be with it. Be aware of it. Feel it. And could you let any of it go or all of it go? And yes or no is fine. It's just a choice, even if it doesn't seem like. Would you let it go if you could? Clearing this sensation from the body, this energy. And checking in with that sensation, that ache, that pain, that discomfort, whatever seemed to be there before. Is there any left? And could you notice what seems to be happening without defining it or explaining it? And could you dive in to the energy wherever it seems to be, whatever it seems to be? It's okay not to label it. And could you radically surrender into it? Go deeper, fully allow that sensation and whatever seems to be happening. Just surrender into it as best you can. Could you do that? Could you just sit with this sensation without modifying it, explaining it, just feeling it, being aware of it? And could you release any or all of that energy? And it's not really doing anything. The releasing happens on its own as the feeling isn't resisted. Wow. Would you release it if you could, though? And the longest I've heard of pain or sensation in the body being sat with is about 4 hours for it to go. Though sometimes it can go in just a minute or less. Just for now, could you allow the sensation, if there's any sensation in your body that's uncomfortable, painful, achy, anything that seems like that, could you notice it and welcome it as best you can? Could you even make it bigger? Could you increase the sensation? Let up more of it. Is there any more of that feeling, that sensation? And could you feel? Would you feel it? When could you allow this feeling to do what it does without resisting it, modifying it, explaining it? Could you hold on to that feeling as best you can? Could you withdraw any evaluations or judgments of this feeling and just be with the sensation? And could you let it go? Takes what it takes, no rush. Would you let it go if you could? When? Anytime and no requirements. And is there any sensation left in the body that you might call uncomfortable, inconvenient, painful, or achy? And could you simply welcome what seems to be happening? And the thoughts are okay, sensations okay. Could you let it all be okay? Just welcome what seems to be going on with this sensation. Could you invite more of it? And wherever it is, could you dive in? And could you witness this feeling, this energy, just for right now? And could you surrender it? Give it up. Would you surrender it? Never have to. Just would you? You could. When could you surrender? Give it up. And there could be more of that sensation. And could you keep on allowing it until it dissipates? Or maybe it's lightened, maybe it's gone. Could you just notice if there's been any shift, any departure, or if there's more to release? And you could continue releasing on.